Hey there! Merry Christmas! This year we decided to imagine with majesty and think about the journey of the fascinating Eastern strangers to the advent of Jesus Christ. We hope you enjoy all 6 of our We 3 creative reflections from Clementarian, the ancient librarian. Ashalom, peace be with you. I have come from a place that you've never been to. I come to share a story, the events of which you've never heard. I have come to bring you wisdom that you should never forget. I bear 3 gifts: beauty, love, and everlasting life. It comes from the Great One who has given these gifts to each one of us in Him. My name is Clementarian. I maintain the library of Persepolis in the fortress of Shartak, in the Magros Plains, the Zagros Mountains. I can trace my heritage from old, right back to the western exile of the Jewish people to Babylon. It was there that the prophet Daniel began to write about Mashiach, the promised anointed one sent from God. I trace my ancestry to Persian scholar Melchior. I maintain this story. I maintain these writings from Belteshazzar, spoken in the first person ever present tense for each generation. Let me share with you this last account. From Belteshazzar the humble to all who may hear, we worship you, God of immense glory, revealer of the mystery known now to us through the Great One. We 3, Babylonian merchant Belteshazzar, Persian scholar Melchior, Assyrian prince Caspar, kings, Magi, Wisemen, astrologers, Persian priests, studied the movement of the stars, we who pored over the ancient prophecies of the exiled ones, our forefathers who studied with the Great One, a son of Israel, a wise man, visionary prophet Daniel, who predicted the coming. We were drawn to his coming, the coming of the Great One, Mashiach. And so following the star, we proceeded amidst great challenge to Bethlehem and gave our homage to the great newborn Lord of Lords, King of Kings, Almighty One. I'm not sure how long we stayed with this royal family, but as the night watches came and went, we dismissed our caravan to set up camp in the Judean hills for the night. And we dismissed ourselves from Yusuf, Miriam, and the baby as was appropriate. When we finally rested that night, a few hours later, we all 3 awoke with a foreboding dread, having had visions of danger for ourselves and for the Great One. We wondered aloud, what had we done by coming here? As we hastened to break camp, the early morning darkness revealed the absence of the star. Morning was just about to break. We hastened eastward back from whence we came. With so many questions, we returned to our homes in the library of Persepolis and with diligence studied the ancient Judean scriptures. We 3 all wanted to travel back to Bethlehem, but had learned from traveling scribes Yahweh's prophecy. Out of Egypt, I called my son. There was no royal proclamation from the west, from oppressed Judea, as the years went on. Baffled by this mystery of Mashiach in Egypt, we began to wonder. But over time, recording what we had learned, we daily reminded each other of Isaiah, who proclaimed, "O Israel, arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you. See, darkness covers the earth, and thick darkness over the peoples, but the Lord rises upon you, and his glory appears over you. Nations will come to your light, and kings to the brightness of your dawn." Shortly after we began this work, to finalize it, Prince Caspar became ill, and though we prayed and sought treatment, he left us into the presence of Yahweh. Melchior too aged too fast and too soon was unable to remember our great journey. His family moved him to a better climate than these mountains, and he no longer knows about those around him, though I understand that his disposition is peaceful. I, Balthazar, alone survived to mark 30 years after the great visit. One night, just as I was dousing the lamp and ceasing my writing, a knock came to the library door. A man was there and greeted me in my dialect. He, a Roman merchant, who had moved olive oil and salted fish from Galilee eastward on the Silk Road. I invited him in, and he recounted the greatest news I had in a while. He was visiting a synagogue in Nazareth, and a man stood up to read from Isaiah and said, "The Spirit of the Lord is on me, because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim freedom for the prisoners and recovery of sight for the blind, to set the oppressed free, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor. Today, this scripture is fulfilled in your hearing." I had read this passage before, and I knew what it meant. I smiled and asked who had read this passage. The man, with a gleam in his eye, said, "It was Yeshua of Nazareth, son of Yusuf and Miriam. Could he be Mashiach?" These are the words of Balthazar the humble to all who may hear. My name is Clementarian. I maintain the library of Persepolis in the fortress of Shortak, in the plains of Mardash and the Zagros Mountains. On this day, the end of the calendar year, the end of our months of pursuits, it is our choice to maintain these truths, these accounts in our own hearts. It is our opportunity to reflect upon the one who came, Yeshua HaMashiach, the promised one for you. As you go into the world that you live, may you take peace and joy and hope to all you know. Shalom. Peace to you. We hope you've enjoyed this reflection. For more information about our inspirational celebrations, go to churchatthecenter.com. Tune in again as Clementarian tells the next part of the journey. May you be inspired with hope, joy, and peace.